Good morning. Welcome to video 5 of Hunter is My Hero. Today we're going to actually get started on the carving. We're going to do the Maltese cross and we're going to do the layout for the stars. And I'm going to show you a mistake I made and how I'm going to get around it. So stick around. We'll be right back. Bonus video time. The bonus is you don't have to look at my ugly mug. Okay, when I sprayed the decal for the Maltese cross, I didn't catch it until after I actually finished the video, and then after I posted it, one of our sign carving gals, Pam, sent me a message and she said she wanted to know how I was going to get around the layout of that Maltese cross, and she's right. I inadvertently weeded out the wrong parts of the decal. Everything that's black in this decal I should have left, and I should have pulled out everything that's white that's inside and around the decal, and that was my intent. But like I said, I just did it in reverse. So how am I going to get around this? Because I've got all this white to contend with. Well, the simplest way I'm going to do that is I'm going to carve everything that's black on what we call an outside, or outset rather, and I'm going to take out everything that's white. And so what I'm going to do around the outside is I'm going to do what we call a cloud effect. And what that means is I'm just going to clean out a little area around it, and I'm just drawing some little pencil lines to help y'all understand what I'm talking about. Not my pencil. But what it's going to do is just going to give me a little area around the Maltese cross that I can remove the vast majority, if not all, of this white around the Maltese cross. And then I will carve away all, like I said, all the white on the inside, leaving this black part standing up. And then what I will do is I will paint everything that I'm removing. I'll paint it red, and then everything that's going to be standing up, I'm going to touch it with the black so that it's going to stand out. So it's going to look okay. We're going to be all right. Not the way I intended, but it's still going to look pretty good. And then what I'm going to do with the stars, I'm going to carve those inset. So all the background right here is going to stay smooth, but the stars are going to be cut in. So I'm going to get after it, and you'll have a better understanding of what I'm talking about. So I'm going to go ahead and do the Maltese cross first, because typically when I go to carving, I like to do the hardest part first. So I'm going to go ahead and cut the cloud out around here, and then I'm going to come back. I'm going to concentrate on doing the inside, and then I will come back and do the stars. So what I've got in here right now is my 60-degree V groove, and I've got to get some better tape to hold it on. But I've got my 60-degree V groove bit. Let me pull this down and put my hand behind it. Hopefully y'all can see that bit. It's a nice sharp pointed bit. It's not the 90, because I don't want to take out that wide of a gap. This is more of a sharp angle, and this is what I want to take out, is a sharper, smaller cross section. So I'm not worried about the depth. I'm more worried about the width. I'm looking across from side to side. How wide of a cut is that bit going to take? So let me get my lights turned on, get my cord over here, and hopefully y'all will be able to see what I'm going to do. So here we go. Okay, so now you see what I've done is going around there. So now I'm going to go ahead and change a bit, and I'm going to put my profile bit in, and that's going to allow me to carve around the outside of the Maltese cross, and then I'll have the areas that I want to be able to remove with the 60 degree. I'll switch it back out. So hang on, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Instead of using my profile bit, I decided to go with my carving liner, and that's going to allow me to get in a little bit closer areas right in around through here. So I'm going to back off on that a little bit, and then we'll get going with that. So if anything, you got to be adaptable. So here we go. Okay, initially I was going to go ahead and change out the carving liner, come back with the 60 and take out this, but I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and take care of the detail work in here with the carving liner while I've got it in. That way I can just continue working and I don't take as much time to get things done. So I'm going to back off a little bit. I'm not going to go quite as deep on the finer details inside here. So I'm going to back it up just a little bit, and here we go. Okay, these areas in between here and all these, those are going to be a little bit tight. So I think I'm going to do them a little bit differently. I think I'm going to just remove all this out and just kind of make it a smooth background inside the Maltese cross, and then I'll have a little texture on the outside of it, just kind of a balance, a little bit difference of it. So that's how I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. See, we cleaned out all the inside of the Maltese cross and kind of cleaned it up a little bit. So was this the only way that I could have saved it? No, I could have actually sanded all this back smooth, laid it all out again and done it correctly, made another decal and done it the way I wanted. But this is another way you can do it. So right now, I'm just going to continue toying it within my head to decide if I want to do this smooth around it or if I want to do those textured. And I'll be back in just a few minutes and I'm going to tell you how I think I'm going to do it. So I'll be right back. Okay, all things considered, I don't think that's a bad recovery. And again, I want to thank Pam Berry for also catching my mistake, but like I said, I caught it when I was finishing up the video and I realized I had done it wrong. That's how I recovered from it, and there are other ways to have done it, but that's the way that I chose to do it. And you gotta not mind getting dirty when you're doing woodwork. So anyway, when I come back, I'm going to be changing to a much wider V-groove bit, and I'm going to be doing the stars inset, and I'll show you how I'm going to do those. So I'll be right back. All right, I'm getting ready to start on the stars, and I'm going to use a different V-groove bit. Let me see if I can get that focus. There you go. This is, and my router is not plugged in, so don't worry about that. But it's a little bit different V-groove bit. It's a little bit wider, and get up here where you can see it. It's a little bit wider bit, and the way I'm going to do that is I will start at the points and drop it into the center, so that when I come in to the center of the star, I will be at full depth. So it's a little work to do it, but I like to do it this way. So let me get my depth set, and then we'll do the first one and see if we like the way it works. We may come back and change the depth. So here we go. Turn it around where y'all can see it. So what I do is I'm going to start with the base up high, not just exaggerated, but and then I'm going to drop it down flat, and when I'm in the center of the star, I'll be totally flat. So the first thing I want to do is I just want to plunge in to the center of the star, and I want to see about how much of the material I'm taking out, and that'll help me determine how deep I want to go. So hang on, this is the first plunge cut. Okay, that's not deep enough. I want to go a little bit deeper. We're going to try this one again, another little plunge cut. That's good to see. If you can see, the circle of the router bit plunging in is almost at every corner point of the 5-star points. That's what I want. So I want to come into it and work it down now. So here we go. Now the reason that I do it this way is because I have better control coming from the point into the center. Some gentlemen and ladies in our club, or in our group, family if you will, they like to start from the center and bring it up. I don't have what I feel is the good enough control to bring every one of these points out in the same line. So to me it's easier, and I get a more consistent star if I start at the point and bring it in. So that's the way I'm going to do it, and that's why I do it the way I do. So not saying either one's better, it's just this is better for me. So I'm going to continue on, so we'll be right back. Here we go. That, boys and girls, is how we did the carving. Now obviously I've got to do a lot of touch up and repainting and whatnot on all this, and do the painting of the Maltese cross and the stars. I'm probably going to go ahead and maybe just leave them natural color, let them pop just a little bit. And so when I come back, we will be picking up with the painting. So I believe this is going to be a wrap for video number 4. I wanted to get the carving on this one by itself. And so I want to thank everybody for following along. If you would, hit that subscribe button and the like button and the bell icon, and share my channel and my videos with your family and friends. I greatly appreciate it. And please leave me questions and comments. I'll be glad to answer each and every one of them. I look forward to each of those. Well, thanks a bunch, and we'll see you real soon in video number 6.